Every great movie has an opening scene that hooks you. This cigar literally lights with one. Hey, this is Stay Smokin'. Hey, I'm Paul.
And I'm Cole.
And today we are smoking the Cigar Chief X Escobar Premium Blend Connecticut Robusto.
Do you mind scooching that into the frame a bit?
Sure, yeah, there we go. Now you can see it better. All right.
There it is.
It's a nicer looking. It's got. I didn't know it had the little the ribbon.
Ribbon, closed foot,
closed
and
foot.
then
I knew.
pigtail, yeah.
And pigtail. Interesting. Should we get right into it?
Yeah, let's
and then
get into it.
And we can talk later on.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So the origin of this cigar is from. This cigar is Dominican in origin. It's medium strength. It comes in a 5x52 Robusto size. And it's said to open creamy and controlled, then develop subtle earthy notes and natural sweetness as it progresses. An extended aged Ecuador Connecticut wrapper sits over a Piloto Dominican binder with a 5-year aged filler blend of Dominican Criollo 98 and U.S. broadleaf. This 2024 Cigar Chief House Blend is crafted at the PDR factory in the Dominican Republic by master blender Abe Flores, highlighting precision construction and carefully aged tobacco. Now, the suggested pairing is a Costa Rican coffee, flat white or cappuccino, cold brew coffee, chai tea, blonde or cream ale, dry Riesling, butter croissant, or salted cashews. But I'd probably lean into the cappuccino pairing. Since the cigar has blended to be smooth, approachable, and refined, coffee lets you appreciate the cigar itself rather than having a bold spirit dominate the experience. It also reinforces the cigar's creamy, balanced profile that develops from its unique closed-foot construction.
Nice.
Creamy coffee, which is why I'm having a coffee with a bit of cream in it, because I figured why not?
Yeah. Yeah, that's fair. I'm going with the Sunset Sarsaparilla. It's popular around the office here.
It is indeed. The small fridge here is full of them, and I was going to grab one. I thought, no, this screams coffee.
Yep.
So for me, and I know you're not a coffee drinker, so
I just wanted to go with my favorite pairing.
there you go.
Yeah.
Perfect. I'm wearing this hat, by the way, because it's football playoff season for the summer league that my son plays in.
Yep.
And the U18 team is playing their first playoff game this Sunday against the Clarington Knights. It's the Quincy Skyhawks against the Clarington Knights, and I'm hoping for a high-scoring game in our favor. So that's why I'm wearing the hat. It's what I wear at every game. I think it says Nico's dad on this side, and it says number 34 here.
Yep.
So hence why I'm wearing the hat today.
Let's go, Nico.
Yeah, indeed. All right. Slide off this.
Go for the cut first because I have a history of forgetting to cut cigars.
That's true. I've witnessed that in the near 2 months that I've been. Wait, has it already been 2 months?
I think it's been almost 2 months.
Almost, yeah. Another couple of weeks and it'll be 2 months.
Now, I got a question for you. Do you toast the foot of closed foot cigars?
Sure you do.
Yeah?
Yeah. I think you just burn it.
Me personally, I like to just go straight into the light because you're missing out on the flavors if you're burning that closed foot off.
That's
right?
an interesting point. Yeah, I just naturally go, yeah, okay, of course I'm going to, but no, I'm also doing a straight cut today.
Changing it up.
Yeah. Ooh, did that. A little bit more.
Little too less.
Too
off.
less, yeah. That's better. Okay. So you got to get right into it. Right. No.
And then I go back and toast it if I need to. But yeah, I don't want to miss out on all that flavor that the wrapper is going to give off by just burning it off.
You are
right?
correct. You are correct, sir.
Yeah.
Oh, right off the top.
Loving the cream.
Cream.
Yep.
There's your hook. It's the creamy hook off the top.
Yeah, very smooth. It's on the medium side. I would say it's a little bit on the lighter medium side too.
Yeah.
Just right off the bat, it could develop as we go.
And it will, as we've learned to not judge too quickly in our Mystery Mondays. Monday we went a bit too fast in judgment. Mm-hmm. And had we waited a bit longer, we would have figured out the extra flavor profile notes that would have told us what the cigar actually was and not what we guessed it was.
Patience next time.
Okay, Kayla.
Patience
yes.
is a virtue.
Yes, yes.
John Rizzuti on YouTube says, hello, everyone.
Hey, John. Can you turn off the AC, you think?
Yeah, it got cold in here really fast.
Yeah,
you go.
we walked in. I was like, okay, I need the AC, and now I'm frozen. Okay, well, right away. Yep, definitely still creamy. Let's see where we go from here. Oh, let me have a sip of coffee with this to prove my own point. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I like my coffee. I don't like my coffee too creamy. I like the cigars creamy, so I'll just add like cream for color more than anything else, and just to cut the bitter a bit. Couple of sugar packs, and I'm good to go.
This is pairing really nice with the root beer sarsaparilla that we have. Yeah. Bringing out the cream heavily.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it mixes well with that kind of, you know how it tastes, the vanilla kind of flavor.
Yeah.
Mixes great with that.
So we each made a good pairing choice.
Yeah, better than the last time I made a pairing choice.
What was yours? The
There's
quantum?
The quantum. I was hoping it would add something with the sour, but no, you took a sip of it. It's just like, no.
Doesn't make sense.
It didn't even add flavors, didn't bring out any flavors of the cigar. The cigar didn't bring out any flavors of the quantum.
My
It was
favorite
just-
moment from that stream, watching it back, was you going, a little update on the pairing that I have here. Nothing.
Yeah, that was a fun stream.
Yeah, it was. Monday, you know what? This past Monday, I hate to dwell on negative, and I won't. I was not happy with the fact that we didn't get it. What else happened? Was it Monday? Yeah, Monday. I just did not feel on at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was way off.
You know, sometimes you have on days, sometimes you have off days. Well, on days most of the time, but you know,
Yeah.
the odd off day isn't the worst. But
Yeah, Lisa, I came home. Lisa says, "What's the matter?" I'm like, and I explained to her how we didn't get it, and I
Yeah.
didn't feel right, and all this stuff. And she's like, "It's one day. Forget it. You know, Wednesday when you go back, you'll be back to normal." I'm like, "Okay, I hope so."
Yeah.
And she says, "Happy Wednesday." So happy Wednesday, Lisa.
that and we'll just have to come back with a vengeance on Monday and
Next
get it right.
Monday, yeah. Look at Kayla though. Look at that look in her eye, and as she swirls back and forth, like, "Ha, I've got you." You're like
You
an
made me
evil.
mess up my cut. You made me mess up my cut doing that.
You're the evil boss.
No, I'm
Yeah,
not.
what-
I don't mean boss as in our boss. I mean like the from the movie, where the person sits in that
Dr.
chair.
Evil?
Dr. Evil. Yeah.
I just
Yeah.
need a cat. That'd be
Mm-hmm.
awesome. And a mini me.
And then a mini you, yeah.
Oh, that'd be sick. A little mini me hanging around.
Well, I thought you weren't gonna have. Never mind.
Not that kind of mini.
My mini me is no longer mini. He's getting big.
He's a big boy.
He's a big
Yeah,
boy.
really.
He's 200 and plus pounds. Still taller than him, but man, is he strong.
Yeah, probably wouldn't even recognize him if I saw him in public.
Yeah, because you guys remember seeing him when he was
I remember when he was just a little boy
little boy,
Yeah.
with
little
big
baby.
shaggy hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Picking up all the duct tape, making it into balls so he can kick it around like a soccer ball.
And
Pretty
that was
much,
his
yeah.
excuse, why he came to cover games with us. My son used to come with us when we volunteered to cover local hockey games with the cable company here. And the excuse to get him a pass so he could watch games for free was, you got to help set up and you got to help clean up.
Yeah.
And his idea of cleanup was gather all the duct tape that held cables and then form it into a ball and play soccer.
Well,
with it.
you know, it had actually helped a lot having him go and do all the tape, so you don't have to. You're wrapping the cable, and it's like, oh crap, you got to bend over, pull it off, right?
Yeah, he was happy to do that.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
he
it hurt my back.
But he eventually did more, and he,
Mm-hmm.
he did the front row in the truck, and then he eventually directed a couple of games. So,
Yeah.
anyways, this is creamy, and also the draw on this is really good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm enjoying this a lot.
Yeah, right off the start, yeah, with that closed foot, it really added to the creaminess. And it hasn't developed in, well, maybe a little bit of earthy flavors so far. But yeah, the cream forward, cream heavy, cream bomb.
Cream
call
bomb,
it, yeah.
I would say, yeah. It's a little bit stronger than a villager creme,
Oh yeah,
but still, this is great. John, this might be a good morning stick for you, I think. And look at the construction. It's early. I know it's early in the smoke, but look at the construction on that. Not bad, eh?
Mm-hmm.
A little bit uneven. That's user error.
yeah, smoking a little too fast. I've caught myself doing that already once. Had to touch it up a few times.
You know, I read something where inhaling once a minute is more like appropriate time wise for a cigar.
Right?
I think I'm doing it a lot more than once a minute typically.
Yeah, I'm typically like 30 to 40 seconds, I find.
I've never timed it. I've never thought about it. I just put it to my mouth when I want to put it to my mouth. And that's the same with food and drink. And as Lisa, if she was here, would tell you right away, you eat too fast, you drink too fast, slow down.
Yeah. Though I usually take like 2 or 3 puffs off of it when I go for the draw, right? So I think that's just my fault on why I get sometimes even or uneven burns. Just my smoking habit, right?
That's a question people ask is like, what does an uneven burn indicate or a tight draw indicate? Those kind of questions, and it's interesting.
Oh, speaking of that.
Oh, did we create a segue?
This is a segue.
Okay.
So while you guys are smoking that, we're gonna do a little thing. We're gonna cover some top Ask Cigar questions on Reddit. Actually. So we might make this a continuous thing. I have a lot here, but I'm just gonna leave it to 3 for this one. Because I feel like we won't have time to cover all of this.
Before we do, you were gonna say?
Oh yeah.
Go ahead.
Peyote says smoke too fast, it goes rancid and harsh, doesn't recover when it overheats.
You are correct, sir. Which is another reason why I always, before we get to the questions that we're gonna answer, why I always try to keep that ash as long as possible. It used to be just a cool factor, like how long will the ash last?
Yeah.
But really, it's a good insulator and so on.
Yep.
But yeah, you're right. It does, and when it gets too hot, it's no longer enjoyable.
There's also another question here on YouTube by Kayek. I think I said that right. What do you think differentiates a budget $8 cigar, example Quorum, versus a $25 cigar, example EP Carrillo, AJ Fernandez, and a 55 and over, example Padron?
Oh man, what's the difference between the chalk drawing my girls did on the driveway that was amazing versus the Mona Lisa? I mean, it's subjective.
Yeah.
That wasn't really that was an odd answer.
Well,
I'm sorry, but
first, right off the bat, definitely construction for sure.
That's gonna be a big one.
And the quality of the tobacco, and the quality of the roll, like the rollers. It all has to do with that. I'm pretty sure like budget sticks, they don't get as skilled rollers because they're still learning, right? Why give them the Opus X to roll, right?
right.
So
There's a lot of factors. Yeah, and I mean we've experienced. In my personal time, I've experienced some budget sticks that were incredible that I thought were premium, and I will say it time and time again. The prime example for me is a Mirafell. My goodness, Machatero. Yeah, the Machatero by Mirafell is a definitely budget friendly stick, but tastes like a premium $20 plus stick. So I was. It all depends. It's subjective, and of course my favorite cigar is not the most expensive cigar, but a Padron 1964 series Torpedo Maduro. Hello, that's my. I wouldn't even say Holy Grail because Holy Grail means it's hard to find. It's not hard to find. We have them. We have lots of them, and I will smoke them as much as I can on my budget. But what's the difference? I mean, really, I guess we answered it, but it's so subjective. What makes the difference between them? Yeah, it's the tobacco used. Like you said, the rolling, the expertise.
Also, I think like the history, which goes into expertise, like of how long that company's been around.
Sure.
Because usually, like the more expensive sticks are ones that have been around for, like
Padron.
Some hundreds of years. But yeah, Padron is a big one. They've been around for a long, long time. Same thing with Arturo Fuente. They've been around for a long time. And you think of all those like old school Cuban brands like Cohiba, like they have that expertise behind them.
Yeah,
it's like a simple term, just way of thinking about it. Burgers. I mean, most people like burgers.
Yep.
But how many variations of a simple burger are there, and what differentiates a good burger versus a not so good burger? And there's all kinds of factors.
Yeah, I was just thinking, even like, want to boil it down into computers. You look at stuff, Microsoft.
Quality components.
Yep, quality components.
History.
You look at Google with the Chromebook. Right? You get into much cheaper components, stuff that like it's limited to, right? So
there's so many factors involved, and it's the same thing I think as cigars or anything for that matter. That's ergonomically speaking, and result, what its purpose is, and so on.
Yeah.
But this is such a subjective endeavor, such a subjective hobby, that it's really hard to say. But I think all those factors we just mentioned, probably the best answer we can give without being too biased. So are we gonna cover some?
We can cover some Reddit questions. It's awesome that we're covering questions already for people. So yes, these are top asked cigar questions on Reddit. I'm just
Okay.
gonna name 3, and then we'll just go from there, depending on how long your answers are. So first one: should I leave the cellophane on or take it off?
Leave it on. Leave it on, and there's a couple of reasons.
Yep.
One is, your grubby fingers, my grubby fingers, taking the cigar, placing it in and out of the humidor, playing with it, deciding whether am I gonna smoke this? No, I'm not.
Yep.
That cellophane protects the wrapper from being cracked and dry and imparting finger skin oil on the cigar and so on the wrapper and so on. It's also a good indicator when you look at a wrapper of the oiliness of the stick. So if your wrapper is brown, because that's some of the oils imparting into the cellophane itself, the cellophane breathes,
Yep.
then that tells you how nice and oily the wrapper is. I go ahead. What do you
I personally leave it on. Even with cigars that don't come with cellophane, I usually grab a cellophane off of and I'm going to smoke this cigar. I'll save that, keep it for, say, like a Cuban or like a Padron, right? Because most of those don't come in cellophane. It not only does that. I don't know if this is 100% proven, but I have a feeling if you get a cigar beetle, it's going to be a lot safer. If your cigar is in cellophane, it just kind of buys you more time.
Sure.
Right?
Barrier
to separate those cigars.
And it's a good barrier, but cellophane breathes.
Yeah.
Right.
It's porous. It's true.
It's so you don't have to worry about. But what about the humidity and it dries up in the? No, the cellophane breathes, so don't worry about taking it out.
Now to add onto this, would you say if you bought a tubo, would you take it out of the tubo?
No, absolutely not. Not until it's ready to smoke.
Okay.
Especially if it's cedar lined.
Yeah.
Right. See, I personally keep it in the tube, but I pop the top off.
Fair.
Just to really,
Okay. Fair.
Yeah, just so it kind of gets that that humidity going into it, but you still have that cedar taste.
No,
from the tubo.
that's a good point. I wouldn't take it out of the tube, but I'd pop the cap. Yep, for sure. But the beauty of a tubo is transportation, gifting or transportation, right? So if I'm gonna go, to the football game this Sunday, and I know that there's a good chance we're gonna win, maybe I want to celebrate right after the game with a couple of guys that I know enjoy cigars as well.
Yep.
I could bring those and not have to worry about bringing my cigar caddy and being careful with I can throw those tubos in Lisa's purse because Lisa carries my wallet, the keys, and everything in her purse. And I know that they'll be safe. So yeah, tubos are great for a lot of reasons. But getting back to the original question, cellophane, keep it on.
Yeah, for sure.
Kayak, in regards to what do you think differentiates a budget versus so on and so on? And with everything going on in Cuba and the issues they're having with fuel and electricity, how do you think this will affect supply and price in coming months? I thought things were getting better, actually, weren't they?
Well,
I thought there was a deal struck.
Don't forget, just like oil. I mean, let's not say just like oil. Keep it cigars. Don't forget that these Cuban cigars are aged for several years. So whatever was in storage 2, 3, 4 years ago is now coming out, right? So the effect won't be fully felt until a year or 2 or 3 from now.
Yeah.
So as it gets better, we're not going to feel that. It's sort of like a catch up.
Yeah,
Right?
like an ease.
Yeah.
I get not ease, but I get you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I'm at a loss for word. The word is on my the tip of my tongue, but I can't think.
Yeah, the easing of the sanctions, if they get, I don't want to get into the politics of this because it's going to create a whole different discussion we don't want to get into. But I would say that the situation in Cuba will not be fully felt for another year or 2. However, and this is my own personal opinion, not anybody's expert thinking except mine, if it's expert at all, is that if economically speaking, these tobacco companies need to recoup, they may release cigars earlier than they should. I'm not saying that's going to happen. I'm not saying I know this for a fact. But if you're stuck, we gotta somehow make some more money here. We got to recoup our losses. Maybe instead of 4 years, we release these after 2 years in storage, and it completely changes the flavor profile. You risk reputation, you risk a lot, but you risk absolute ruin or bankruptcy. I don't know. I imagine they have a lot of backing anyways to safeguard from that happening.
Yeah.
But I wonder, okay, what are the effects going to be in a couple of years' time, 2, 3, 4 years' time?
We're just gonna have to wait and see.
Yeah.
I know.
I don't know if that answers the question
Same thing
properly.
goes with price. Like, who knows what's gonna happen?
Yeah.
Like, things are gonna go up anyways. Things never go down, as we've experienced. You'll never see a price drop. Things will probably go up. Whether it's to do with that issue or not, I'm not sure. We'll see.
This is good, these answering these questions, because it gives me pause from the cigar and allows me to not start drawing smoke too often. And I just discovered that waiting I didn't lose a thing, and in fact, it's still drying quite well.
Want to get an overhead real quick?
This is me.
This is me. Yeah, ash is holding up really well. A little bit uneven burn, but I am smoking pretty quickly. And yeah, I'm just loving this cigar so far.
You're smoking faster than me, and that is a first.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, it's always me going faster than you. But hey, this is. I'm not a huge fan in comparison to what I like about Maduros and Oscuros and typically darker cigars. And I'm not a huge fan of Connecticut's. I'm a fan of this for sure. This and Village of Creme is one of my favorite, especially on the budget.
I did get a flavor change. I'm starting to pick up a lot more on the earth. I did get a slight bitterness, but that's with, like, me personally, I always get a slight bitterness off of Connecticut's.
Have some more sarsaparilla.
Oh yeah, for sure. But yeah, the switch up is nice, and like you said, it'll probably bring out the earth flavors a lot more with the pairing that I have right now.
I'm definitely, it's constant cream. A little bit of nutty, a little bit of cashew right now for me.
Maybe that's what it is, actually.
Yeah.
I thought it was earth at first, but
regardless, tasty, and I hate to admit it, but better than I expected.
yeah.
We got other questions?
Second question. What is a good beginner cigar?
Oh, again, very subjective. However, see, we can't get into pricing too much, right? But
I would go more for like something like strength-wise, and maybe flavor, like something with not too much of a nick hit.
Yeah, right. So milder.
I would say milder for sure.
Well, I just mentioned it. For me, when introducing cigars to people, and I've been doing it quite often, especially since I've been here, and with the boys that Nico's friends with who are approaching, they're 19, 20 years old, a lot of them. So they're asking me questions. My neighbors, friends are asking me questions. Villager Creme is a great starter, mild cigar. Very creamy, very tasty. For those who know, it's a great morning stick with your coffee. So anything like that kind of Connecticut, smooth, on the lighter end of things. You come to Cigar Chief and you say, I want a Villager Creme or something like it.
Yeah.
Zach, Terry, Ryan,
Jack, even that was his suggestion constantly was the Villager Creme. Yeah.
But they'll know if like, okay, I've tried a Villager Creme. What else should I try? They'll have great ideas and suggestions. But I would say a Villager Creme is a great start. One that John and I agree on. My friend John, who's watching right now, he is, and we're both in agreement. A Macanudo M coffee, a little bit of flavor, not a heavy cigar. I'd say it's mild to medium. And it offers that enough flavor, like the coffee flavor, to sort of enhance the experience. It's not just pure tobacco, which, I'm not a huge flavor guy, but the M coffee is still a standard for me that I would offer somebody who's looking for a first stick. Whether they're thinking, I want something mild, okay, Villager Creme. Well, and if I suggest, what about something with a little bit of flavor? M coffee, Macanudo M coffee is the go-to for me to suggest to somebody.
Yeah. I have a couple. Well, right off the bat, this is going to seem like I'm just doing it because like we're smoking it, but I would recommend this guy, the Escobar Premium Connecticut. It's a decent price point for starting off and a little bit on the lighter medium side and nice cream flavors. My second suggestion would be actually just go for the Escobar Connecticut, Ecuadorian Connecticut. They're rolled by AJ in the AJ factory. And Escobar is the brand that helped us with this blend here. And then my third one, if you really want to get fancy, probably a Davidoff. A Davidoff, the first ever cigar that I smoked, which was my starter cigar, was the Anniversaro
Okay.
Perfecto. Yeah.
Okay, so on a higher,
Fancy.
on a more premium end, then I would say if you're looking for a really, I'd probably think maybe not first cigar. If you're willing to,
You gotta
spend
think first cigar. You gotta
okay,
think
in
for
that case, I'm
beginner.
sticking with what I'm about to say.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we've had one recently, an Oliva Connecticut Reserva Torpedo.
That's actually what Bernie here on Instagram suggests. He suggested a Flor de Oliva Gold or Connecticut Reserve.
Oh, the Connecticut Reserve, Bernie, you know, I'm with you 100%.
Sage.
That it is like so. That is the creme de la creme of the creamy Connecticut, you know, good pairing for coffee. That torpedo was to me something really special. This is coming in a close second.
Yeah, and those Oliva, not the Florida Oliva, but the Oliva Connecticut Reserve, they come in smaller sizes, like I think petite Coronas as well. And I see Petrus7 on Instagram says, "Oh my God, Don Carlos short story are back in stock. As soon as I get the discount code, I'm putting my order in. Yes, you might want to order those quick because they are going quick.
They're going.
I'm not going to disclose, but we just had a guy come in and he bought a box of every Opus X, one of every Opus X that we have.
Yeah.
So
They're going like hotcakes.
yeah, hotcakes.
Josephus Comedy says Perdomo 10th Champagne is a good beginner recommendation.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah,
I've
I
always
can see
wanted to
that.
smoke that.
You
Oh
haven't
yeah,
had
you
one
weren't
yet?
there. On the
I've
stream
never
for
smoked that. No.
Oh,
I think
okay.
we did it on stream once with Jack, but he really liked it. Yeah.
Okay, check this out. I still got my. You do as well. We still got our ash on this.
Yeah, holding tight.
Holding tight. That's pretty good for a house blend.
Mine's not even like you know, sometimes when it gets a little weighted, it kind of weighs
Like
down.
mine?
Yeah, mine's not even hardly doing that. So
Impressive.
I'm gonna let it ride. I have a feeling it's gonna end up on the table. Sorry, Caleb.
That's why I'm leaning forward every time I grab it. But let's slow down there for a second. Okay, did we answer that question?
I think so.
First cigar? Yeah. And hey, okay.
There's
there
that
you
discount
go.
code.
Petrus, here it comes, the discount code. Okay, I'm going to say blend.
Blend? Dominican.
Wrong.
On both counts?
Reddit.
Oh, well.
Oh. Threw us off. Eh?
I'm not going to let this, once again, not guessing correctly, I'm not going to let it ruin my day. I'm still happy.
It could be
this one-
anything. You don't know.
Exactly. So 10% off code for everything in store and online at cigarchief.com. That code is REDDIT Reddit. Use it until midnight tonight when it expires Eastern Standard Time, and you can get Petrus. Get that. He's probably already
Yeah, probably.
on the
Probably,
page right
as
now.
soon as it popped up, he was probably just out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let us know if you got that order in. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
And let us know how they are if you're still here.
Yeah.
Once you get them.
Yeah.
Kayak asks, V-cut versus punch versus straight cut. What's your preference and why?
Okay.
You want to go ahead?
I'll go ahead. Yeah. Me personally, I like a straight cut. It's just more available, right? For me, that's the only cutter that I really have other than a punch. Straight cut, you just gotta get full flavor. V cut, I think it's more just mouthfeel. Personally, I haven't really noticed a difference between a straight and a V cut. That's just personal opinion. And punch cut is more of a concentrated smoke, concentrated flavor.
Yeah, you had a punch cut. Was it on Monday or whatever? Recently. What was your take on that?
Yeah, the flavors were a little bit more concentrated. Like I said, the smoke output was a lot more concentrated, more focused, I guess. It wasn't like a full blast from like a straight cut, but it's nice, even amount of smoke that you get off of it. And yeah, the flavors kind of were more pronounced with
enough.
that punch cut.
I think I'd use a punch cut for a Panatella or a Lancero, you know, a smaller gauge. I might use a punch for that. I typically use my V cutter. There's a couple of reasons. One, it's the reason I'm holding off on saying I'll say it off actually right now is that this was a gift from a friend of mine. This V cutter, this Cassetti V cut, and I like it. I like the heft of it. I like the feel of it. But also the reason why I like a V cut is the mouthfeel. If I want more smoke, more draw, I'll do a cross cut every so often, depending on what we're smoking, and I get a full on draw. And then once in a while, like today, just out of I don't even know why, I'll do a straight cut.
Yeah.
My cut of choice is a V cut. I have yet to do a punch, believe it or not, because I'm always like, you know what, I got the V cutter right here. I want to use it, and it's the ergonomics of it.
And the satisfying once you hit that button. Yeah.
Yeah.
Trust me, I know the satisfying feel with that lighter right over there.
Which you cannot.
Can I do it once? Let me do it once.
Kayla, can you?
Can I do it
Just
once?
to prove the
Yeah,
point,
you
go
can
ahead.
do it, It's fine.
Feels so good.
ASMR for Cole.
John says, V-cut, I find it does not tear the wrapper.
Yeah, V-cut, and your V-cutter better be sharp, and this Cassetti V-cutter is definitely sharp. If it's not sharp, make sure, that's why I have a collection of cutters in one of my boxes at home.
Yeah.
Where I keep my cutters, lighters, and so on. I have a collection of them, and I try to to cycle through the straight cutters just so I don't dull the blade. There's nothing worse than just squeezing the wrapper and seeing it crack before it cuts. That's awful.
Yeah, I was gonna add to that as well. If you are gonna get a V cut, don't cheap out on it.
Don't.
For sure.
Yeah. This, like I said, a fantastic gift from Claudio, my buddy Claudio. That and I don't have the lighter here, SST2 pot lighter. Gift because I think I've said this a million times. I built him a deck, refused payment, and he said, "There's no way you're getting nothing for this." So he gifted me that, along with a few other things.
Bernie says, I find the V-cut prevents unraveling at the cap with the cheaper cigars.
There
A
we
lot
go.
of people are
That's a good
pro
point.
V-cut.
Yeah, Bernie.
I was not expecting that.
Bernie Stevens. I haven't seen you here before, so
Oh,
welcome.
he's been here before.
Since I've been here.
No, not since he's
Okay. Well, anyways, Bernie, nice to meet you through the chat here, and great to see that we're on the same page. Would anybody else have an opinion on their preferred cuts? I know you're saying John likes a V cut.
Yeah,
Bernie obviously likes a V cut. Who else likes V cut? Or what cut do you use and why do you prefer it? Ooh, look at you!
Comes off
You are
very carefully.
maybe it's because I'm talking more than you today, which is not unusual. But we're
Yeah, it's holding on. I'm surprised it's held on this long, if I'm going to be honest.
That's crazy. Bernie says, I just discovered this the other day.
oh okay.
And Hubsy says, V-cut all day.
V cut all day, nice. Okay, you know what, Hubsy, if you can get yourself one, I don't know, maybe you already have one, but this Cassetti V cutter, which I believe we actually, and I'm not pushing this for you to buy it because we sell it, but it is available. Oh no, wait, is it? Do we sell these on our site?
We have it, yep.
Oh, okay, well there you go.
There's some available.
Okay, cool. Actually, we have a ton of like great accoutrements. She's gonna kill you for snapping that pen.
Oh.
Shut it. Bernie says,
What
pleased
pen?
to meet you too.
Pleased to meet you. Nice, great.
What's the next question?
We'll do one more question for today.
All right. Zoolander cough.
Oh, I lost the ash. Just lost the
Oh,
ash.
I missed it. Okay. Can I use a Zippo lighter to light my cigar?
Stop. If anybody's thinking
Yeah.
about using a Zippo lighter, unless you've tricked it out, like so you've taken out the Zippo part of it and used the casing and then put in a prop like a propane jet lighter or something different. Don't use Zippo. Okay, open up your Zippo if you have a Zippo. Smell it. Smell what's coming off of that. Do you want that imparted into your cigar?
Yeah. 100% no.
100% no.
Yeah, it's different fuel that they both use. And yeah, like you said, Zippo actually sells official like inserts. I think they have a single torch and a double torch insert. Pull out the old one, plop the new one in. There you go. You're ready to use it with your cigar.
You know, John, I keep on mentioning John, but John collects everything. Cigars, lighters, cutters, and so on. And he has the Zippo butane insert is decent. Yeah, Padron and Zippo came together a few years ago, and they put out a Padron like leather cased Zippo lighter that is gorgeous. And I every time I go to John's, I just want to look. I don't want to use it. Don't use it, John. It's like an art piece, but it is it is a butane Zippo lighter, and it is fantastic. John, send me that picture again because I keep on asking you to, and you do, and I don't know why I can't find it, but I'd love to share that picture of that.
This is going a little off topic, but you didn't see the ST DuPont Padron collaboration they did you?
No.
They've done it a couple times because
Okay.
I think we had one
Yep.
available. Yeah, I
Yeah.
loved it. It was that nice brown color. Beautiful.
I'll have to pull up a picture for you
it's-
after stream.
I would like to see that, but the one that John has, yeah, it's gorgeous, gorgeous.
Yeah.
And it comes in a nice case and all that. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I've always wanted to get a Zippo, and yeah, one of the inserts. I thought just the click The ping.
The thing about a Zippo that I used to love with Zippo was I learned how to do and with snap your fingers Zippo, and in one motion you open it and light at the same time. So you'd sing, and then it's like somebody's cigarette, the bar. Back in the day when people would smoke or
That's
be able to
very
smoke a bar.
1950s of you.
1950s. Just for the record, you little millennial Z, whatever weird generation you are,
I'm just the
wasn't alive.
guy.
Jeez. Anyways,
I'm the guy.
I like the Zippo lighters for the cool factor, I guess, but they certainly are not for cigars, unless you have the butane insert.
Yeah.
Other than that, I'd say stick to an actual torch or wooden matches.
Yep.
Or, the classic, cigar lounge with the suit and tie sort of atmosphere is light the cedar, a piece of cedar, and then light the cigar with the piece of cedar. And with the lit piece of cedar. That's a classic, high-end lounge way of lighting cigars. I don't know I've never done it myself.
Yeah.
But
I don't have enough patience for it, if I'm being honest. That and matches, I could never do it. Just I want to get right into it.
The match is the sulfur. So if you do use a match, don't let it burn off a little bit so the sulfur's gone, and then you just got the wood.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
But then you better be a long stick, the matte stick, because you're gonna have to sit there and toast and then light. You might go through a couple matches, or you might burn your fingers.
Yeah, use a couple, probably 2 or 3 when you're doing that.
So I guess the bottom line, first of all, the answer to the question is definitely not Zippo unless you have the butane insert.
Yeah.
And the easy response is I have a triple. Always go for my triple flame torch. And that does the trick. Just don't let the flame touch the cigar.
I'm gonna sound like such an ass right now, but we're in modern times. We could all use torches at this point.
But you know what? There's people going to say that are going to counter that with, but what about the classic way? And the classic way is, sure, with a match, I would suggest if you want to go classic and really go hardcore, like old school, light a piece of cedar, especially if you have a tubo that comes with the cedar, use that cedar to light the cigar.
I'd be worried about that. That sounds like a fire hazard.
Well,
Sounds like a little bit of a hazard.
if you're worried about a fire hazard, what are you doing smoking cigars?
Kayak says, I'm hoping I'm saying that right. Last question. I was at a local lounge the other night and had a guy dipping a cigar into a drink. Never been a fan of dipping, and it's borderline a pet peeve. Thoughts to dip or not to dip?
Okay, so I don't do this. I have done this. John and I have done this.
This is what Winston Churchill used to do too.
Yeah, you can dip the cap. Don't dip the foot.
No.
Well, and probably they're dipping the cap. That's a preference thing. I don't think it's a bad thing to do.
No.
Depends on the cigar. And then again, I mean, what's his name? Schwarzenegger. Doesn't he do that with tequila?
Yeah, he rubs it down and then dips it. Yeah. I tend to do that with like cheaper cigars, but I would never do it with anything like higher quality, like
Arturo?
Arturo, yeah.
Right.
I was stuck in between like Arturo and Cuban, and then my brain couldn't
Decide
vocalize which one I wanted to say. But yeah, never do it with a high quality stick. Only do it with like lower end kind of sticks, just to kind of bump it up a little bit.
You know what? If you're curious about, I mean, it bugs you, then don't do it. But if you're curious about it, try it with one of your budget sticks or a stick you're willing to, quote unquote, ruin if it ruins it for you. Mm-hmm. Try it and see what you think. There's many things that I've was like, no way, and I try. I'm like, oh my goodness, that's really good. Like I would never think of actually. Well, I did think of it, but prior to doing it, a Dr. Pepper blackberry pop. Mm-hmm. I was like, will this pair well with cigar? Let's try. And we thoroughly enjoyed that. And I know that it's already, people know this. I didn't discover something new, but it was new to me. And I always thought, I'm not going to pair it with a pop. Mm-hmm. Nope, I'm sold on that now.
Yeah.
So try something new.
Here's a question for you, Paul. Hubsy83 on Instagram says, how's the ST DuPont Slim 7? I've been eyeing one up. I know you've used ST DuPont, so. Yeah,
I've got an ST DuPont Slim, and I love it. Now, the thing is, I used it so much at home that I think it's been dropped a couple of times. And the, what is that little bar where the flames shoot through? Anyways, that has loosened and has dropped in it. So I'm hoping,
You broke it?
So
You're gone and broke it?
I know.
Blasphemy. Wow. I wonder if there's like a repair shop you can send it to.
Well, there's a number in the front. I mentioned it to Josh McGee and to... Oh, you lost your ash finally.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's gone.
But look at how long that was, though. That's impressive. But the there's an email to send to SD DuPont with if you have an issue. I have yet to do that, so I will find out. Going back though to your question, what do I think of it? I love it. It's classy. I would not use it like I was using it all the time. I would use it on occasion. Have it as your occasion lighter, and then purchase something like, okay, where's this one here? What is this, like $10?
No, that was
say.
actually. Oh yeah, that was a little bit more money, but it was from a premium brand of lighters. If anyone knows Vector,
Okay.
Yeah.
they make great lighters.
But you can
Accessories.
find more economical lighters that you would just throw in your pocket.
Yeah,
and-
there's a bunch of Regals and stuff that you can choose from. Like those are much more reasonable in price.
Yeah,
But the SD DuPont Slim, I would highly recommend if you can afford that, if you're willing to spend the money on it, use it, buy it, but use it occasionally. Like I take it, like if you're going to a wedding or some sort of event that is special, that's when you bust out that lighter. And anybody who knows cigars will be like, "Ooh, nice! Look at that SD DuPont."
now if you really want to take a step up and really spend some money on an SD DuPont, just pull the trigger on the Grand Cling. There's
Get
nothing.
that ping
It
and the
is
Grand
so-
Cling.
The weight of a Grand Cling in your hand is like nothing
It's
else.
nice.
The look of it is like, oh my god! And then when you pop it and you get that signature SD DuPont cling, you get chills down your spine.
There you go.
I'm not joking. I wish I was joking, but it's
Yeah, no, I
100%.
believe you. I
Yeah.
believe you. I believe you 100%. So check out the lighters we have available on the website on cigarchief.com. And if you're looking today, why not use the code Reddit, REDDIT? It's on the screen right now. 10% off everything in store if you're able to come in and online. So and that'll apply to any lighters or anything you buy from the site.
Yeah, I think the cool thing about the Grand Cling, I think it does torch and soft flame as
I
well.
believe so. Yeah, it has the
wow.
double option.
There you go. So lots of options. But if you're looking at that slim, yeah, man, do it.
Terry, so he kind of tuned in a little later. Afternoon internet is going off and on. Heard something about Zippo. I put a butane double torch insert in mine. Or
you go.
come on, use a candle to light your cigar, especially
You're messing with
especially a
us.
scented one.
Yeah, right. Yeah, okay. Somebody's gonna fall for that and go, "Oh, that's a good idea." Do we even
bit
have
of
to address
flavor,
that,
little bit of
Terry?
flavor.
Terry,
A little bit of
Please
cookie
don't.
flavor, you know,
lavender
my
cigar.
lavender.
Oh no. Kayak says yes, dipping the cap. What pet peeves, if any, do you guys have when it comes to smoking stogies?
Oh, I got one right away. It's watching people do two things. And I don't, not at lounges because I don't typically smoke in a lounge other than here. But people who keep on ashing their cigar like it's a ciggy, like it's a cigarette. Don't do that. That's a pet peeve of mine. And the worst, which I've only seen a couple of times, is when somebody, I'm not going to even demonstrate it, stubs out their cigar at the end.
Yep.
Don't do that because the acrid smell that comes off when you do that is just awful. It's not, and if you do that in a lounge and then walk away, it's like farting in an elevator right before you, as you get off your floor and the elevator's packed. And okay, see you later. Enjoy that, and the door's closed. That's the equivalent. I know what it sounds like, but I'm serious. Don't stub out. Don't flick it. That's not that big of a deal, but just don't. But the big deal is snubbing out your.
It's etiquette.
It's etiquette, man.
Yeah.
There's a few. I mean, there's a bunch of. You can find so many top 10 things not to do in a lounge. But if you're talking about my personal pet peeves, tapping your cigar like a cigarette, and stubbing it out is absolute no.
Yeah, for me, I think we're on the same page with one of them. But for me, it's you're at a lounge, cut your cigar, you put it down, someone comes in, cut their cigar, draw a test. Oh, I didn't cut it enough. Cuts it again. Yeah, so that's a big pet peeve for me. Do not do that. If you're going to do that, just bring your own cutter, dude. And if you snuff a cigar out in an ashtray, I am going to throw my cigar at you. Yeah. I'm just going to hurl it at you.
I am with you on that.
Yeah.
I don't know if we'd be allowed to do that here, but I
Definitely not here. Maybe in another lounge where I'm like,
I can't.
won't be
scroll
back here, but
Okay.
There's a few comments here. Hold on. Okay, Bernie, regarding the V cut, I bought a few Louis Martinez Robustos for $7. The first two unraveled, and that's when I tried the V cut on the rest of them. However, since the entire wrapper unraveled, oh man, that sucks. You kept smoking with the binder, and surprisingly, it tasted better. You mean so the wrapper completely came off, and you only
You
smoked
just
the
did
binder?
the binder? That's
Oh.
crazy.
But he had no choice. I mean, it came.
Yeah.
It wasn't like he
Didn't
chose
wanna
to do
waste
that.
it,
I mean,
yeah.
it's like okay.
Actually,
That's interesting.
that actually reminds me of one of the products we have, the Murcielago Anatomy of a Bat.
Oh yeah.
Where you get 2 cigars with the wrappers, but then you also get all of the filler and binder all rolled into cigars, so you can smoke those and get a breakdown of all of the components
Yeah.
that were in that cigar.
I think it's it's the wrapper, binder, and the filler.
Yeah.
Are all like individual.
yeah, it's a very unique kind of thing. It's
I'm
not
not,
like
I'm
a
not wrapping my head around this.
it's not a traditional smoking experience.
it doesn't sound like it. No.
It's more of like an experiment, a journey.
It's it's
through-
learning the anatomy.
Yeah.
And appreciating everything individually.
Okay, it's like
And then together. So
So
what
kinda-
I would do with that is I would smoke the first one full, and then I would go through each one individually, and then I'd smoke the second one afterwards.
Yeah.
To
so kind of
compare.
like in the middle of it, you're reverse engineering the cigar.
Yeah.
Kind of.
I like that. I like the sound of that. Different. I didn't know that. That's
I mean, I'm assuming
Yeah,
at
it's neat.
factories they probably like all these master blenders are smoking the binder and filler on their own, so they
yeah,
can
to
get
get
the
those profiles
specific
and
notes
stuff.
that those ones
And
bring. Right?
strength. Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
How's this going for you right now? By the way, we're at the
I'm
back end,
right
back
at the
third.
tail end. Still creamy, though the earth flavor for me has come out a lot.
For me as well.
Yep, nice. Not leather flavor, no pepper, but I keep brain farting today.
Cashew, the nutty, the
Nut-
nuttiness?
nuttiness, yeah,
I'm
that's what
getting
it
a
is.
bit of burnt nut at this point. I'm not too sure what that is. But
That might be the bitterness, because I do, like I said, I pick up on bitterness and
like
Connecticut's.
chicory, chicory, like like a bitter, a little bit of bitter coffee. That doesn't sound positive, but it's not terrible. It's not
No, I mean, calling a Connecticut bitter isn't like a terrible thing,
No.
right?
bad. Are we close to final thoughts?
Hold on.
Okay. Oh wait, we got more.
Terry says, no offense, but I don't understand why you need an expensive lighter unless you have the money to burn. It's a waste in my opinion. Any triple burner economical lighter works. Don't get impressed with expensive lighters and stuff.
No, I completely understand your take. Completely understand your take. My take, as far as many things are concerned, clothing, for instance, I don't care about labels. In fact, if I have a ton of Old Navy T-shirts that I wear. They're V-neck. They're comfortable. What I like about Old Navy, and I'm not trying to, I shouldn't be name dropping, but is that
Not sponsored.
you don't see the name on the, like, I'm not paying for the label.
Yeah.
And it's like, I had a boss, my mentor, Chris Greaves, and he had this strong opinion about labels on clothing. He goes, they don't pay, I'm not going to wear their label. You got to pay me to wear your label. Like, wearing your label is advertising your label. Why should I pay for the privilege to wear your label? No. So back to your original point about the lighters, expensive lighters versus budget lighters. If it works, it works. Why does it matter? Which is why I say I like using the nicer lighters on occasion. Just like, I'm wearing a tux to a wedding. Like John's daughter, who got married a few years ago, at her wedding. I'm all dressed up, and I've got that lighter with me, and that cutter with me, and it adds to the whole ambiance. You pull out a cheapo lighter in that environment, that situation, it doesn't feel right. And we probably don't agree on that, but that's my take on it.
Yeah.
And it's just, just like cigars or anything, it's a hobby. It's nothing but a hobby and something I enjoy. So why not pair it with something enjoyable that is part of the experience?
Yeah. Yeah, that's fair.
That's my take on it. I mean, I know we're probably on a different page slightly there, but that's okay. This lighter I got is, I can't tell you how much. It was quite inexpensive in relation to that SD DuPont that I also have. Would I have spent that money on the SD DuPont myself? Probably not, but it was a gift. So yeah. Oh, thanks. I was going to say.
Yeah, it was getting a little warm here too.
Yeah. Is that fair response to you, Terry?
I think that's fair.
I think that's fair too. Yeah, like I own a lighter that's fairly expensive, not like ST DuPont levels of expense. But I still find myself going back to the Ford Torch little $5 lighter
There
that I
you
got
go.
one time at the corner store. Not even here, but just somewhere else, right?
And you
Like,
can refill it.
yeah.
So what's the big deal?
I think we're good for closing thoughts.
All right.
All right. If any more questions come in, we'll answer them as well. But my closing thought, well, you go ahead. You go ahead, sir. What do you think?
great smoking experience, in my opinion. It doesn't surprise me, given that it's the guys from Escobar that helped us make this. I loved the cream right off the top. The closed foot just added extra cream right off the light. As it developed, the flavors kind of went to earthy nuttiness and a tad bit bitter, but hey, that's a Connecticut for you. Most Connecticut's, I find, do eventually give off a little bit bitter taste. Great construction, though. You've seen the ash that I had going on earlier. It was holding on till the last possible moment.
That's 2 inches of ash right there. Fell off.
Yeah, for sure. And the nice kind of creamy look to the wrapper is really good. But that's just a typical Connecticut thing.
Yeah.
What about you?
Okay, but before I give my final thoughts, Bernie says the little torch is okay for touch-ups, and that's why we have this this beautiful Les Fines Lames. This I can't even read.
Le Fine Lems.
Le Fine Lames. This is a beautiful little single flame which we use for touch-ups in here.
It's our own collaboration with them. They're a French company, actually.
It's beautiful. It's got Cigar Chief on the back and so on. But yeah, the single torch is great for touch-ups. Absolutely. Touching up with a 3-flame you got to be careful.
Yep.
You don't want to burn too much. But that's my take on the single flame touch-ups. Anyways, as far as final thoughts are on this, the closed foot, that's something I didn't think about, Cole. And you brought up a great point. The closed foot, just not toasting it, but getting right into it to get more of that wrapper flavor. You're absolutely right. So what hooked me on this was definitely the creaminess, and creaminess throughout, from beginning to where I'm at right now, which is like the back third. A little bit of cashew, and it's, towards the back end here, a little bit of burnt cashew, I suppose, which adds like that bitterness you're talking about. But overall, a tasty, consistent, smooth, mild to medium, a cigar that is definitely something that with my coffee paired well. I can imagine your sarsaparilla that you're enjoying with it pairs well.
Sure.
So I would say, I think the suggested pairings were different types of coffees. What's your favorite coffee? This will work. So overall, a good stick, a great collaboration between Cigar Chief and Escobar. Abe Flores has done it again with the construction, because both of us noticed an even burn, good draw, and also the ash not coming off for a long time. So that's my final thoughts. So in the meantime, go to our site, cigarchief.com, or come in store if you can. Use the 10% off code Reddit, REDDIT, and get yourself a bundle of these Cigar Chief X Escobar Premium Blend Connecticut Robustos. But until next time, stay smoking.